Hey, it's Tesh from Turnbuckle Times, and in today's wrestling news in under 5 minutes, CM Punk's dog was injured during the backstage brawl at All Out, Ric Flair comforts Kevin Nash, and the astonishing amount of money Vince McMahon has made since resigning this past summer. CM Punk's camp has spoken out for the first time since the incident following the All Out media scrum in which CM Punk and Ace Steel got into a backstage brawl with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Sources have indicated that after the brawl, Punk was asked to stay quiet and agreed to do so. From the perspective of Punk's camp, the scrum itself didn't seem like a big deal and only escalated once Punk's locker room door was kicked in, and as a result, his dog Larry was accidentally hit in the face. At a pre-scheduled veterinarian appointment a few days later, Punk was informed that 2 of Larry's teeth had been knocked loose and had to be removed. Punk's camp has also said that Punk felt threatened and reacted in a legal way under Illinois Castle Doctrine laws, which allow for the use of force in defense of a person in their dwelling. Following Hangman Adam Page's comments on a May episode of AEW Dynamite alluding to backstage concerns about Punk, there was distrust on Punk's end going into his AEW World Championship match with Page at Double or Nothing 2022. And as a result, Punk was concerned that the predetermined match would break down into a real physical fight. The wrestling world was rocked recently when it was revealed that Kevin Nash's son Tristan had passed away at 26 years old. Sadly, Ric Flair is another WWE Hall of Famer who has experience with losing a child, and during the latest To Be The Man podcast, the Nature Boy revealed that he has spoken with Nash and told him, "You're never going to get over it, you just have to figure out how to deal with it." Flair also added that dealing with it the way I did, by just completely shutting down and drinking for 5 straight years, didn't work out. It didn't do anything. My advice to Kevin was just to hang on to your wife as tight as you can and don't throw blame at each other. There's no way to deal with it. Flair has always been open throughout his career when speaking about the loss of his son, and he hoped that what he had to say to Nash was something to encourage him, even though he was surprised the NWO star had reached out. Nash himself opened up in an emotional episode of his podcast where he detailed Tristan's passing whilst expressing his love for him. Flair further added that it happened on the eve of Scott Hall's birthday. It's a double whammy for him because I don't think he's recovered from the loss of Scott yet. So it just shows what a great friend he was to Scott. Scott could be problematic, and Kevin never left his side. You never heard Kevin say anything negative about Scott. After all those years, it's hard to find friends like that. So I've got nothing but respect for him. This past summer, Vince McMahon shocked the wrestling world when he announced his sudden retirement from WWE amid assault allegations and reported payoffs to former employees. And whilst the WWE product has certainly changed in his absence, it has not had a negative effect on McMahon's net worth. That's because since McMahon resigned on July 22nd, his equity in WWE, which is 28.7 million shares, went from being worth $1.89 billion on July 22nd to $2.27 billion today, which equates to an increase of $367 million. And whilst McMahon continues to increase his wealth, WWE continues to also thrive in his absence. WWE stock is up, outperforming indexes and currently at $79 per share, and is sitting at its highest share price since overvaluations in 2018. However, control of WWE still rests with the former chairman. After 40 years in charge and despite his retirement, McMahon remains the majority owner of WWE, even after relinquishing just under 39,000 shares of stock in July.